A terrifying update on the Russia-Ukraine war. The situation is getting worse day by day as every step from Russia or the West is taking our breath away, increasing the chances of destructive war. Recently, the US and German warships are on guard in the Baltic Sea, which set the Russian fleet on high alert. Russia also reverted with a strong message. So where exactly does the scenario lead to? Is the global horror of war finally here? Welcome to Warzone. If you don't want to miss out on any new political news, conflicts, battles, or anything else related to politics, then subscribe to our channel and hit the bell button so that you will always be notified. A pair of U.S. Navy destroyers, as instructed by Biden, joined a German frigate in the Baltic Sea recently for division tactics, maneuvering drills, flight operations, and communication exercises. According to a press statement from the U.S. Navy, the maneuvers will take place at a critical moment for Europe. The German frigate boasts a cutting-edge design that includes stealthy elements and is designed to thwart opponents' acoustic detection and radar systems. The two American ships are part of the 6th Fleet of the United States Navy, which is based in Naples, Italy. They put a lot of emphasis on the SEALs' ability to recognize and communicate with each other. The ships practice tactical maneuvers while sailing together to improve interoperability. On the continent, the drills come at a crucial time, as Europe is in the midst of its most serious battle since World War II. A bilateral maritime interoperability exercise between the U.S. Navy and the German Navy was completed to promote security and stability in the Baltic Sea. The U.S. Navy's Arleigh Burke-class destroyers, USS Forrest Sherman and USS Donald Cook, as well as the German Navy's Sachsen-class air defense frigate FGS Sachsen, took part in the exercise. The destroyers DDG-98 and DDG-75 of the U.S. Navy rehearsed cooperation and communication with the German ship during the drill, confirmed Biden. Several flight operations and navigation maneuvers were also included in the training. The ships were participating in tactical drills that allowed them to communicate with one another nearby. Even if it is focused on a location remote from the war, Biden's attention has a deterrent impact that is welcomed in European capitals. The NATO alliance is poised to evaluate if needed defense against any danger to alliance land and population, according to a U.S. Navy declaration. These drills strengthen partner warships' ties and seamless interoperability. While a larger European conflict is unlikely, it would undoubtedly include the continent's navy. Improved Euro-American collaboration might assist to avert the scenario. While operating alongside FGS Sachsen, my team was delighted to put our navigation and seamanship abilities to the test, said Greg Page, commander of the Forrest Sherman. To ensure flawless integration between the troops, the bridge and combat teams operated in tandem. Working together in the Baltic Sea provided a fantastic opportunity for the NATO alliance to continue to strengthen its maritime capabilities. On the other hand, exercises with our NATO allies are an important aspect of showcasing the alliance's determination and commitment to overall preparedness, said Commander Matthew Kernan. Having the agility and willingness to operate with allied naval forces efficiently at any moment in international seas means that we can carry out any tasking when called upon. The drills arrive at a very critical moment. Europe is on edge, as it is in the midst of the most serious struggle since World War II. Attention from the United States, even if it is directed away from the conflict, is likely to have a deterrent impact on European capitals. As Moscow's soldiers ramped up their deadly effort to conquer Ukraine's capital and other key cities, a Russian airstrike destroyed a residential building in Kyiv. Air raid sirens sounded in the capital and other towns hours before Ukrainian and Russian negotiators were supposed to start talks, authorities said. One person was found dead in the 9-story apartment building, officials said, with 3 more people hospitalized. Russian military bombarded the Antonov aircraft plant in Kyiv, according to the Kyiv Municipal Administration's official Telegram account. According to the report that came to Biden, at least 2 persons were murdered and 7 others were injured after a Ukrainian missile burst in the separatist-controlled city of Donetsk, killing at least 20 people. Ukrainian officials have refuted Russian charges. The missile, which had a shrapnel warhead, was a Russian rocket, according to Ukrainian military spokesperson Leonid Matyukin. The statements made by Russia and Ukraine cannot be independently confirmed. The Russian military is said to have detonated explosives at Ukraine's Zaporizhzhia nuclear power station. Russian forces intended to begin disposal of weapons in front of the facility, Europe's largest nuclear power plant, according to Ukraine's parliament. An attack on a television tower in Ukraine's northern Rivne region reportedly killed 9 persons and injured 9 more. According to Reuters, Governor Vitaly Koval noted in an online post that there are still individuals under the debris. Since Russia invaded Ukraine on February 24th, 90 children have died and more than 100 have been injured, according to the Ukrainian General Prosecutor's Office. The Kyiv, Kharkiv, Donetsk, Cherniv, Sumy, Kherson, Mykolaiv, and Zhytomyr areas have the biggest number of victims, it stated in a statement. According to local sources, a convoy of more than 160 automobiles left Mariupol in what looked to be the first successful attempt to evacuate inhabitants from the beleaguered Ukrainian city. The municipal council stated a local truce was holding and the convoy had left for the city of Zaporizhzhia after many days of futile attempts to bring supplies to Mariupol and give safe passage out for the besieged inhabitants. According to Biden, a close associate of Vladimir Putin had conceded that Russia's military campaign in Ukraine has not progressed as rapidly as the Kremlin had hoped. Viktor Zolotov, the head of the Russian National Guard, blamed the slower-than-expected advance on far-right Ukrainian soldiers sheltering behind civilians, a claim reiterated by Russian authorities. Russia has disputed rumors that it has requested China for military weapons, arguing that it has enough military might achieve all of its objectives in Ukraine without the need for Chinese assistance. Russian soldiers might capture important population centers under complete authority in Ukraine, according to Kremlin spokesman Dmitry Peskov. Russia's strategic nuclear forces have been placed on high alert, according to President Putin. He claims that Western officials such as Joe Biden have made hostile remarks about Russia. He also claims that foreign sanctions are unconstitutional. Boris Johnson has characterized the move as a diversion from the realities of the situation in Ukraine. Our Moscow reporter Steve Rosenberg is reporting from Washington, where the U.S. has condemned it as utterly unacceptable. "Don't push Russia," the Kremlin said in a message to the West. President Vladimir Putin convened his military commanders and issued an order. Top officials from key NATO countries, according to Putin, are making harsh remarks against his country. As a result, he has sent orders to the Minister of Defense and the Chief of the General Staff to activate the strategic nuclear forces. Would Putin employ them? He practiced weapons a week ago, supervising Russian strategic deterrent troops in drills that were usually unsubtle reminders to America and NATO not to go in the way of his plans for Ukraine. A recent special alert, more presidential muscle flexing across from the Kremlin, Muscovites gathered on a breach to memorialize Boris Nemtsov, a Putin dissident who was killed down 7 years ago exactly here. This was a day for opposition activists to memorialize a buddy who died while protesting the war. This is not a war fought by Russia. This is not a conflict between the Russian and Ukrainian peoples. This is again another military expedition, another war atrocity perpetrated by Vladimir Putin, an unelected, unaccountable, dictatorial, and simply increasingly crazy ruler in the Kremlin, they claim. On Russian official television, however, you will never hear anything like that. It claims that Russian forces are freeing eastern Ukraine and that Moscow is employing force for the sake of Russian peace. Television continues to be the most important weapon for influencing public opinion. So if you control television as the Kremlin does, you have some influence over messaging, but not complete control, because many Russians nowadays acquire their news and information from the internet. Then they see something very different. The authorities have forbidden the Russian media from referring to this as a war. What is the Kremlin's plan for the truth? Now in Russia, they were continuously telling falsehoods. They are continuously twisting the truth into lies. They constantly use censorship. Due to the conflict in Ukraine, Russia's nuclear forces have been placed on high alert, and Russian state television has declared that their submarines alone are capable of unleashing more than 500 nuclear missiles capable of destroying America and NATO. So what exactly is this bluffing? A few more or a few fewer hollow threats? However, given the dramatic events of recent days, it would be foolish to reject the Kremlin signals. However, this raises a tough challenge for the international community: how to respond. So the world is fighting to ward off Russian aggression. This is only silver lining in this pre-war situation to us. Alright everyone, this brings us to the end of our video. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe to our channel, and turn on notifications so you don't miss any of our upcoming videos. Until then, take care, and we will be back with another video.